This week in wrestling featured 2 elimination matches, a successful Money in the Bank cash-in, and an end of an era. Not to mention, The Big Show turns heel for the final time on WWE. What's up everyone, Jose G here, bringing you SK Wrestling's Week in Wrestling. On Sunday, we saw 2 grueling Elimination Chamber matches. In the first Chamber match, Daniel Bryan made it through the end, winning his 3rd Elimination Chamber, earning the right to face Roman Reigns in the same night for the Universal title. The head of the table wasted little time, immediately beelined towards the ring to defend his title against a worn-out Daniel Bryan. Bryan is able to counter the spear into a lapel lock. However, Roman is able to power out of the submission hold, lands heavy forearms on Bryan, then sinks in the guillotine choke to retain his Universal title. In the second Elimination Chamber match, Drew McIntyre defends his WWE title inside the Elimination Chamber against 5 former WWE champions. In what was a hellacious battle, Drew McIntyre was able to retain his title inside the chamber, but as unable to celebrate as Bobby Lashley attacked the Scottish Warrior from behind with a massive spear and sinks in the Hurt Lock. As McIntyre is down, The Miz rushes down the ring to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase. The A-lister hits McIntyre with a DDT but is unable to put him away, then hits the stone-crushing finale to become a 2-time WWE champion, completely changing the landscape for WrestleMania. On Monday night, Raw, The Miz celebrates his huge victory at Elimination Chamber by opening the show. However, the celebration was cut short as Bobby Lashley and MVP of the Hurt Business made their way to the ring to collect a debt from The Miz. A WWE title match. As The Miz was trying to wiggle his way out of the situation, Bobby Lashley gave him 1 hour to make his decision regarding the WWE title. Fast forward later into the night, the 1-hour time limit expires and Lashley is waiting in the ring alongside WWE official Adam Pearce. As The Miz comes down to announce his decision and explain why he shouldn't defend the title on that night, the monster among men Braun Strowman makes his way to the ring to demand a WWE title match. Adam Pearce responds to Braun and told him it doesn't work like that. Adam Pearce then made a match between Lashley and Strowman. If Strowman wins, he gets added to the WWE title match next week on Raw. Charlotte Flair has a lot on her mind in the last few weeks. With Lacey Evans announcing her pregnancy last week and Ric Flair by her side, Charlotte was definitely distracted by the developments, and it showed during her tag match against Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax by accidentally kicking Asuka in the face, seemingly ending the tag team of Charlotte Flair and Asuka. In the main event, Bobby Lashley faced Braun Strowman in singles action. If Strowman wins, he would get an added opportunity for the WWE title match next Monday on Raw. With 2 behemoths going at it in the ring, Lashley gets a clean win over the monster among men, guaranteeing a one-on-one match for the WWE title against The Miz next Monday. On Wednesday, the world of pro wrestling was shocked to its core as Paul Wight, formerly known as Big Show, announced he had signed with AEW. This came to a surprise to many as Paul was part of the Legends Night and Undertaker's Final Farewell just a few months ago. Paul Wight will be a commentator for AEW's new show on Monday nights, AEW Dark Elevation, and will perform inside the ring as well. Wight signed a multi-year contract with AEW as he couldn't come to an agreement with WWE, leaving the company after 22 years. On the Black and Gold brand, time was up for NXT Cruiserweight Champion Santos Escobar as he faced Karrion Kross in a no DQ match. This match has been brewing for weeks as the leader of El Legado del Fantasma called out Kross weeks ago during a backstage promo. The fight started outside the NXT parking lot where Escobar and his thugs jumped Kross. However, Kross was able to use his strength and size to temporarily subdue Mendoza and Wilde, focusing his attention on Escobar. As Wilde and Mendoza recover, they attack Kross and drag him back inside the CWC, but Kross's resilience is unmatched as he throws both Wilde and Mendoza through the plexiglass barricade into the ringside area. As Kross continues to dominate, he delivers a huge Doomsday Saito suplex to Escobar through the announce table and finally finish off the leader of Legado del Fantasma with a devastating forearm to the back for the win. The actions of Adam Cole during the last 2 weeks have been nothing less than shocking, turning on NXT champion Finn Balor and his stablemate Kyle O'Reilly. Adam Cole tried to apologize for his actions on Wednesday night, but was met with a furious Roderick Strong. As Strong is trying to get an explanation from Cole, he delivers a huge clothesline to the former NXT champion. While Strong is apologizing for what he just did, Cole and Strong embrace each other, seemingly resolving their differences. The ultimate betrayal is unveiled as Adam Cole low blows Strong and finishes him off with a super kick to the head. On the blue brand, Universal Champion Roman Reigns returned from WWE Elimination Chamber to bask in the glory of his victory over war-torn Elimination Chamber victor Daniel Bryan last Sunday, and to warn Edge to back out of their WrestleMania showdown because the rated R superstar didn't stand a chance against him. He was interrupted by Bryan, who spoke about how others had been talking about the manner in which Reigns defended his title at WWE Elimination Chamber being cowardly and not a representative of someone who was a real champion. After he challenged the big dog to a Universal title match at WWE Fastlane to silence such doubters once and for all, Jey Uso grabbed the mic and unleashed a barrage of words. Then when Reigns and Bryan came to face, Uso attacked the leader of the Yes Movement and knocked him out of the ring. 1 week after a brutal steel step assault on Intercontinental Champion Big E, Apollo Crews emerged wearing new colors of wealth, dominance, and power, and explained that he was now bringing the real Apollo Crews. Channeling his powerful Nigerian roots, he explained that he showed Big E the steel after he defied him, and that he would show Shinsuke Nakamura and anyone else the same. The King of Strong Style was out for retribution on Crews for costing him the Intercontinental Championship opportunity last week. Nevertheless, Crews attacked his opponent before the bell. After a hard-fought matchup, the artist locked in the sleeper hold. In response, Crews grabbed his scarf into the corner and pulled back on it, giving him just enough leverage to hurl his opponent forward into the turnbuckle. He then drove Nakamura into the canvas for a strong victory. Before 2021 Royal Rumble winner Bianca Belair could declare which champion she would face at WrestleMania to officials Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville, Reginald again interrupted to inform Belair why picking SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks at the Showcase of Immortals would turn her dreams into nightmares. In response, the boss emerged to remind Reginald that he wasn't to speak for her and quickly shoved him out of the way. After an exchange of words, the EST of WWE chose to challenge Banks on the grandest stage of them all as she pointed to the WrestleMania banner. In the SmackDown main event, Daniel Bryan looked to overcome main event Jey Uso in order to secure a Universal Championship match against Roman Reigns at WWE Fastlane. Early in the contest, Uso used both announce tables and the ring post to cause further damage to the leader of the Yes Movement's injured knee. Nevertheless, the ultra-resilient Bryan fought through the pain with iron will to help create an incredible matchup between the dynamic superstars. The fight moved back to the ringside area, and as Uso continued to punish Bryan's leg on the steel ring steps, the referee counted out both superstars. Realizing the double countout left him without a Fastlane matchup, Bryan locked Uso in a post-match yes lock. As he did, Reigns attacked, although Bryan turned the tables and put the head of the table in the yes lock. A kick from Uso paved the way for the big dog to hit his adversary with a massive spear and a guillotine choke, standing tall against the leader of the Yes Movement. Thanks for watching SK Wrestling's Week in Wrestling. Be sure to follow us on all social media. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.